Hello and welcome to my channel. Say hi to a happy day. In this channel, I would like to share tales and stories I personally picked and or my kids' favorite book stories. Let's enjoy listening while I read to you a book. What if the world stopped flying? Today, flying is taken for granted, at least by those able to afford it. But what if the world stopped flying or flew far less? There was a glimpse in 2010 of what life without flying might be. When the Icelandic volcano erupted, climatic conditions and the nature of the eruption sent a vast cloud of dust, lethal to aircraft engines, over the flight paths of northern Europe. For days, no aircraft was allowed to fly. Somehow, though, people managed. Businesses used video conferencing instead of sending staff in person, saving time, money, and carbon emissions. Norway's Prime Minister Jens Stoltenberg, stranded in New York, reportedly ran the Norwegian government using his iPad. Travelers took to trains, boats, buses, and shared cars. Social media came into its own, uniting strangers who were heading the same way. Stores turned to local suppliers. Had the grounding of aircraft continued much longer, countries with industries reliant on air freight to export highly perishable goods, such as salads or flowers, would have had a big problem. Such industries tend to be intensive users of water and energy that returned few local economic benefits, so the loss of flights could be a chance to consider more robust economic alternatives. Similarly, regions dependent on long-distance tourism would need to find other livelihoods as tourists took vacations nearer home. Around 2,000 airlines currently make about 28 million scheduled flights each year from 3,700 airports around the world. But rich countries dominate, with 11 million of all flights accounted for by the airlines from the USA. This suggests that if the world did stop flying, most of the world's population would not, in fact, be directly inconvenienced. For others, long journeys would become more time-consuming affairs, not taken glibly, yet possibly appreciated more. Abandoned airfields could become tourist attractions like the Mojave Air and Spaceport in California. Flying will get more expensive as rising demand for oil meets limited supply, but one estimate for aviation growth takes up the UK's entire national fair share of carbon emissions by the year 2040. So, to avoid global warming, a major reduction may well be essential, which means designing our food, trade, and transport systems to be less reliant on flying. I hope you enjoy listening to the book, What If the World Stopped Flying? Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to listen to more of our favorite book stories. See you soon!